Do you remember when I said this? My name is Sam, I'm in my early 30s, I am a new father, and I work in a very demanding, high pressure environment, and that's why I have created this channel, to help me get back in shape, to help me keep a log, to keep myself accountable, but again, hopefully to inspire some people out there at the same time. I'm hopefully going to upload as much as I possibly can, and I'm hopefully going to get in shape. I do, and it's safe to say that things maybe didn't quite go to plan. Now, don't get me wrong, all of those things that I said are still true. You know, I am still a father to a very young baby, even though she is now a year older, roughly, than when I started this channel. I still work in a very high-pressured, high demanding job that I love, by the way. I still love my job, but it's still very demanding. I'm in my early 30s still. All that stuff is still true. But again, it's safe to say that things maybe didn't quite go to plan. Or at least they started to go to plan, and then they kind of fell off a little bit. Now, I made this channel and this journey just to give you a very quick recap, to keep myself accountable, to make myself feel a bit better, to make myself actually healthier and fitter, to lose a bit of weight, to look a bit different, to do better and bigger things in the world of fitness that I couldn't do before, like running and lifting heavier things and all that good stuff. And again, it started to go very well. You know, I started off quite strong. Things were going quite well over the initial weeks and months. I was going to the gym, I was losing weight, I was looking better, and I was looking different in a good way. My running improved. You know, I could lift heavier things. All that stuff was going quite well. People seemed to quite enjoy the content both here and on TikTok. And then roughly towards the end of October, early to mid-November, things kind of went downhill, which I will explain in this video as quickly and as briefly as I possibly can. So, as I mentioned, things were going well. My running was my main focus. I wanted to improve my running, specifically outside. You know, I can run inside slightly better than I can outside because it's more conditioned and, you know, things are a bit more constant in regards to running on a treadmill, and it's a bit more consistent pace and all that good stuff. So I wanted to improve, again, my running overall. But mainly outside compared to inside, and things were going very well. I was running more outside, my distances were increasing, my times were getting better, and it got to the point where I wanted to set myself a mini challenge where I would run outside every day for a month. I chose October of last year, October 2024, and I ran every day during that month that I dubbed Runtober, and things were going well. And I made clear in the videos that I was making, and it was mainly short form content, or all short form content, that I wasn't running 5 or 10Ks, I wasn't running marathons every day. It was small, consistent runs to keep, again, myself accountable, to keep my running up. And I was very pleased with the outcome. Again, my running did improve. I managed my first 5K and then subsequent 5Ks all the way to 6K on the very last day of the challenge. So yeah, I was over the moon. I was delighted and things were going very well. I lost, you know, a nice bit of weight. I lost roughly 10 kilograms. I went from like 104 to 94, roughly, give or take. I'll need to double check that. And things were just generally looking up. Again, comments were good. People were enjoying stuff. You know, everything was hunky-dory. I continued that journey and that fitness journey into November. I continued at the gym, I continued doing a couple of runs outside, I done a few extra 5Ks, and I thought, things are going quite well. And then, disaster struck. Disaster might be slightly hyperbolic, but, you know, I'll run through everything that happened up until now. And just for context, today is Friday the 2nd of May, and I feel like now is the best and perfect time to get back on things, to keep this channel going, to keep my fitness journey a nice jolt, to restart it a little bit, because I haven't really done anything proper since mid-November, which is quite a long time, like 5.5 months ago. Things could have been wildly different, but after my running, you know, extravaganza, my Runtober, which I was going to make a long form video on, but it's a bit too late now. I got a trapped nerve in my back, I believe, which kind of put me out of commission for 3 or 4 weeks, if not more. I could hardly move, it was really tough to sleep, I couldn't lift anything, I couldn't exercise in any way, shape or form. So yeah, that kind of put me out of commission, and then things kind of went into Christmas and New Year and my birthday. So it kind of went from like trapped nerve into the holiday period into New Year, and I'm like, okay, so that will just kind of give me this excuse and this reason to relax and recuperate and recover. And then mid to late January, I got a foot injury, an injury in my left foot. I think it was plantar, you know, the thing that happens when you overwork your foot, which I think was probably a direct result of running every day in October when I wasn't experienced enough, perhaps. Things are better now. It's not 100%, but I've done my exercises. I do my exercises every day, and my stretches and all that good stuff. So things are better, and it's, you know, it's on its way to 100%. So yeah, that kind of put me out of commission for a very long time as well. Then come February and to March, I had 2 stag do's and 2 weddings, or like a double stag do and a double wedding for, you know, my very best friend in the world. So I kind of used that as an excuse not to do anything with everything else that was kind of compounding and compiling at that point. On top of all this, my job is stressful. I have a wonderful little daughter who keeps me up all the time and really saps all my energy in the most beautiful, positive way ever. And I just had tons of other stuff to do. I was up in Scotland for a couple of times, and yeah, there was a lot of things going on. I did try to go to the gym once or twice in March, and let me tell you, honestly, I will tell you this. I went to the gym in March, and I think it was a combination of going too hard to try and get back into the swing of things, trying to prove myself, and also just being out of commission for like 4 months at that point. I am not lying. I went maybe on the Tuesday or the Wednesday of that particular week. I couldn't move for the rest of the week. The very next day I put a jumper on to take my daughter to nursery. I couldn't get my jumper off because I couldn't bend my arms more than 45 degrees. It was that painful. So yeah, combination of things that kind of went wrong. So yeah, it was funny in hindsight, but at the time I was thinking, my God, this is just... I'm trying to get back into this, and it's completely derailed me in some way, shape or form again. Then comes April. I'm super busy in April for whatever reason, and now we're here at the start of May, and I feel like now is the best time to get back into things and back into the swing of things, and that's why I wanted to make this sort of soft relaunch of the channel, a nice checkpoint, again, another period of accountability to say, right, okay, you know, you've got over all your injuries, whether they were self-inflicted or not. You've got all the fun stuff out the way, like your stag do's and your weddings. You know, work is kind of calm a little bit. You went through a very busy period at work, and then you had all these other social commitments. Now is the time to get back on the horse, if you like. And that's exactly what I plan to do. And there's a few different things that I'm going to do in regards to this channel, but I kind of wanted to make this update video as a baseline for where I am now. So, again, when I started this journey, I was roughly 104 kilograms, give or take. I'll put the weights on screen because I have recorded them over time. And then when I was at my sort of peak, if you like, during this mini journey at the end of October, early November, again, I'd lost roughly about 10 kilos. I was running very well in regards to doing 1Ks and then 2Ks and then 5Ks and 6Ks. And I was looking better, I was feeling better, and I was feeling a bit happier. Then everything else happened. So at the start of the journey, I kind of looked like this. And then towards the end of November, and then the end of October, start of November, I looked like this. And then just this very day today, being again Friday the 2nd of May, this is what I look like now. So I don't feel like I completely reverted back to what I was, but I certainly have changed a little bit. I've kind of taken a couple of steps backwards. I've maybe put on a little bit more weight, and my fitness has certainly taken a bit of a punishment, if you like. In saying that, I did go to the gym today because I had this burst of inspiration and motivation, and I did manage to run a 5+ K. Again, inside it was, you know, regulated and consistent. And I did weigh myself this morning, and I was 92 kilograms, so maybe I haven't put on as much weight as I thought. But I do think my fitness has taken a bit of a backseat. And I really want to get back into that. I want to lose more weight. I want to get into the 80 kilogram range at least. Again, I want to run extra distances and times. I want to enter for things. There's a whole bunch of things that I want to do, which we'll make a separate video on. But I just wanted to kind of touch base with anyone that's maybe interested in this. I want to kind of touch base with myself, and again relaunch the accountability of this channel and myself to say this is where I was, this is what happened, this is where I am now, and this is, you know, a jumping off point to the future. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you've watched this far, I'm going to go back into short form stuff. I'm going to start doing running outdoor short form stuff again, and I've got a few other little bits and bobs here and there that I want to record and kind of get into the swing of things. I'm going to do monthly updates and vlogs. So before I was doing like end of month updates, so I was just kind of talking to the camera like this, which is fine, but it was very much like this is what I'd done, and this is what I lost, and this is how many times I went to the gym, and blah blah blah, that sort of thing, which is fine. But I thought it might be a bit more fun, not only for me but for you, hopefully, if you're watching this, to say, right, okay, this is what I've done over the month, and this is what I'm going to do, kind of in camera lifestyle as it happens stuff. And it's not going to be every day, it's going to be one video at the end of every month, and it's going to be a chronicle of my fitness journey that month, of things that I've done in the gym, new personal bests, you know, what I'm eating, that sort of thing. Of course, that will change and it'll be finessed as time goes on, but I'm back, baby, I'm back, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling fresh, I'm feeling motivated once again, and hopefully I can keep myself accountable for a little bit more. And this is what this video is for, is keeping myself accountable. And hopefully I can also inspire you to do something if you want to do it. Do hard things. It's possible. Anyway, I'm kind of known for waffling on a little bit, which I think I've done. I thought this video was going to be 3 or 4 minutes. I've been recording for almost 11. It will be cut down a little bit, sure, but you know, I have waffled, which I'm doing right at this very moment. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for watching. If you're someone that watched previously and you're watching now, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. If you're new here and you want to follow me on my fitness journey, then you're more than welcome to subscribe or follow wherever you're watching this. I don't really know where it's going to be published. And drop a like and all that good stuff if you want. You don't need to, but it's entirely welcome and it's entirely appreciated. But yeah, my name is Sam. This is Sam Does Fitness. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do more fitness, both physical and mental, and we're going to get there, and we're going to see how we get there. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I've never done that before. I don't know what that was. Bye.